There is a moment in your life where everything changes, not because the world shifts, not because luck knocks at your door, but because something inside you wakes up. That voice you've silenced for years, the one that whispers, "You were made for more," it begins to roar. And from that roar comes a decision. A single, uncompromising decision. I will not live the next year like the last. I will not play small. I will not wait to be chosen. I will rise. I will claim what is mine. And I will become a millionaire within 1 year. That decision, that fire, that is not fantasy. That is not delusion. That is clarity. Because the truth is brutal and beautiful. Most people are one disciplined year away from everything they've ever wanted. But discipline is not glamorous. It's not loud. It's not posted. It's earned in silence. It's grown in discomfort. And it's watered with the tears of the version of you that refuses to die quietly. You want to become a millionaire? Then burn the map, the old one, the one they gave you where you trade time for money, where you wait in line, where you shrink your dreams to fit a budget. That map, it leads to average, and average is crowded. Let me be clear. Success is not something you pursue. Success is something you attract by the person you become. You don't chase $1 million. You build the habits, the mindset, the clarity, the fire, and the money comes to find you. Because money is not loyal to effort. It is loyal to value. The more value you create, the more magnetic you become. Not in years, in months, in days, in hours. But it starts here with the mind. If you think like the masses, you will live like the masses. Broken spirit, broken focus, broken bank account. You must declare war on your old mind. That voice that says, "I'm not ready. It's too late. I don't know how." You don't need how. You need why. When your why is strong enough, the how will obey. You think millionaires are lucky? Most of them were forged in the fire of failure. They failed more than you tried. But the difference? They didn't stop at the wall, they broke it. Or they climbed it. Or they built a ladder from the rubble of every no they ever heard. You have to think differently. Millionaires are not special, they're committed. They are obsessed. They live in the future, then bring it into the present. Their vision is not blurred by doubt. It is burned into their bones. And what is vision? Vision is seeing the invisible so you can do the impossible. It is not daydreaming, it is designing. It is not hoping, it is hunting. Every day you must rehearse the millionaire version of you. You must speak it, write it, feel it, breathe it. Not because it's magic, but because it conditions your nervous system to expect more, demand more, be more. You do not get what you wish for. You get what you believe you are worthy of. So speak differently, walk differently, move through the world as if your future already exists, because it does. It's waiting for you to stop waiting. And once the mindset is cracked open, clarity must rush in like a flood. You will not get wealthy by doing more. You will get wealthy by doing right. There is no shortage of hard workers. There is a shortage of clear ones, clear on who they serve, clear on what problem they solve, clear on how to say no. If you confuse, you lose. If you delay, you decay. The world pays premium for precision. You must define your path. Will you sell? Will you build? Will you invest? Will you create? Choose one. Commit to it like your life depends on it, because your freedom does. The most dangerous people in the world are not the loudest, they are the clearest. They do not scatter. They scale. They don't dabble. They dominate. And once you choose your lane, your energy must follow. Purpose is your gasoline, but discipline, that's your engine. You will not feel like it every day. That's normal. Feelings are liars. Discipline is truth. Show up when it's boring. Show up when it's raining. Show up when your friends are partying. Show up when the world is asleep. Success does not care how you feel. It only responds to execution. Let's break the myth. You don't need 10 years. You don't need investors. You don't need permission. You need to start. Start where you are, with what you have, and then build. Stack wins. Stack progress. Stack momentum until your doubt drowns in the flood of your own movement. And yes, action. Ruthless, imperfect action. Ideas are worthless without action. Motivation fades. But systems stay. Build habits that don't rely on willpower. Automate your discipline. Wake up early. Schedule your time like a CEO. Track your energy. Know when you're sharp. Protect it. Guard it. Millionaires don't have time, they make time. Work like your freedom depends on it, because it does. Understand this. Every seed you plant compounds. Every book you read. Every call you make. Every risk you take. Every sale, every skill, every failure. It all counts. It all adds. There is no wasted motion when your direction is right. And yes, there will be setbacks. That's the price of elevation. Pain is not punishment, it is preparation. Struggle is not the enemy, it is the sculptor. Let it carve you. Let it shape the kind of resilience that doesn't break. When the storm hits, it bends, it flexes, and it comes back stronger. Your resilience must be louder than your excuses. You will be misunderstood. You will be doubted. You will be laughed at. Good. That's proof you're shaking the system. Keep shaking. Keep building. Keep rising. The version of you who's already a millionaire, they're watching you, waiting, not with judgment, with fire in their eyes, because they know it was never about the money. It was about who you had to become to receive it. A millionaire mindset is not measured in dollars. It is measured in courage, in decisions, in habits, in belief. And once you lock into that, once you align identity with action, the universe rearranges to match your level of conviction. Gratitude. Remember this word. Etch it into your days. Not for what you have, but for what you are becoming. Gratitude isn't passive, it's powerful. It grounds you. It protects you from ego. It attracts more of what you respect. Be grateful in advance. Speak as though it's already yours, because it is. Your future self is already living the life you dream of. They are whispering back in time. Keep going. Don't stop. One more call. One more hour. One more leap. The breakthrough is closer than you think. You don't need to be perfect. You need to be relentless. You don't need more luck. You need more belief. You don't need their approval. You need your decision. This year, this 1 year, can redefine your entire life. If you're willing to commit like never before, if you're willing to believe like never before, if you're willing to act like your life depends on it, because it does, you are not behind. You are not too late. You are exactly where you need to be, standing on the edge of the greatest transformation of your life. The question is not, can you become a millionaire in 1 year? The question is, will you? Because it is more possible than you think. The clock is already ticking. And every second you hesitate, the old life tries to pull you back. The version of you that made excuses, that delayed dreams, that settled for good enough, it clings, it begs, it fights to survive. Because comfort has claws. But hear this, you cannot build a new world while clinging to the ashes of the old one. Burn the ships. Burn the plan B. Burn the backup. Burn the idea that you'll give it a try and see what happens. That language is poison. You don't try to become a millionaire. You decide, and then you act as if the outcome is inevitable. You live like it's law. And when life tests you, not if, when you answer with grit, not grief. The difference between the rich and the stuck isn't intelligence. It's not talent. It's not even education. It's intensity. It's obsession. It's what you do when you're tired, what you do when you're doubted, what you do when no one claps for you. You think success is loud? Success is quiet. It's built in mornings no one sees. It's built in the no's you turn into fuel. It's built in the deals you pitch while others scroll. It's built in the nights you study while others sleep. It's built when your comfort screams, slow down, and you choose to speed up. That's what makes a millionaire in 1 year. Not magic, not hacks, not gimmicks. Just relentless execution with a vision so clear it burns through fog. You must raise your standard for what you allow, for who you become, for how you show up. Because the world does not give you what you want. It gives you who you are. And you, my friend, are not meant to play small. You are not meant to blend in. You are not meant to be broke in spirit and bankrupt in purpose. You are meant to build, to create, to move. Money follows movement. Wealth follows clarity. Power follows purpose. So write the number down, not in pencil, in ink. 100. Not as a fantasy, but as a contract. With yourself, with your future, with the life you will not leave unlived. And now look at your day. Do your habits match that number? Does your circle? Does your focus? Does your urgency? Because nothing changes until everything does. You cannot microwave your way to greatness. You build it with brick and fire, discipline for bricks, vision for fire. 1 year. That's 365 chances. 365 rooms to choose hunger over hesitation. 365 doors to choose growth over gossip. 365 moments to tell the world, I am not like the rest. I will not bow to average. I will not settle for survival. I was born to thrive. You want to be a millionaire? Speak it, breathe it, build it every single day. You sell solutions, not products. You chase purpose, not praise. You lead, you serve, you grow. And when it gets hard, because it will, you do not stop, you rise. Because you know this truth. The road to wealth is not straight. It's jagged. It's filled with lessons that feel like loss and growth that feels like grief. But every stumble is a step. Every tear is a teacher. Every failure is feedback. You are not behind, you are becoming. So let the critics come. Let the resistance rise. Let the fear scream. You've already decided. And that decision is final. That decision is sacred. That decision will lead you to doors that your old self couldn't even knock on. You are no longer chasing $1 million. You are chasing mastery of your mind, of your craft, of your energy. And money is just the applause for a life lived in full volume. The world is waiting. Not for another influencer, not for another dabbler, not for another dreamer who talks and never acts. The world is waiting for you, for the fully awakened, wildly committed, impossible to ignore version of you who says, 1 year from today, my life will be unrecognizable. And when you become that person, money won't be the reward. Freedom will. Freedom to move. Freedom to create. Freedom to give. Freedom to live a life that becomes a light for others. That's the real wealth. And it starts with a choice. Right now. So tell me again. Will you? Then act like it. Walk like it. Wake up like it. Breathe like it. Move. Like every step you take sends a signal to the universe. I'm not hoping anymore, I'm building. I'm not wishing, I'm winning. I'm not wondering if I'll make it, I'm already on the way. Because the fastest way to a millionaire life isn't speed, it's alignment. When your thoughts, your habits, your time, your energy, your circle, your focus, when they all say the same thing, this is who I am now, the world has no choice but to move in your favor. It's not about what you do once in a while. It's about what you repeat. Millionaires don't do different things. They do the same powerful things, consistently, obsessively, until their results become undeniable. They don't rise because they're lucky, they rise because they refuse to sink. But don't confuse obsession with burnout. Obsession is fuel. Burnout is misalignment. When your goals are yours, not society's, not your parents', not the world's, but truly yours, then energy flows, even when you're tired. Purpose is a better stimulant than caffeine. So what is your why? Why do you want $1 million? If it's just for the car, the house, the applause, you'll stop the moment it gets hard. But if it's because you swore you'd break a cycle, if it's because you refuse to pass down fear, if it's because you want your children to know abundance not just as a number, but as a way of being, then nothing will stop you. Tie your mission to something bigger than money. Tie it to freedom, impact, legacy. Let your why be louder than the obstacles. And once you anchor into that purpose, you must guard your gate. Your mind is your kingdom. Stop letting peasants run through it. Protect your environment like it's your most valuable asset, because it is. Audit your circle. Who speaks life into you? Who drains you? Who multiplies your vision? Who minimizes it? A millionaire in 1 year doesn't just build income, they build immunity. Immunity to distractions, immunity to doubt, immunity to people who play small and expect you to apologize for playing big. You cannot soar with anchors tied to your ankles. Cut them loose. Yes, it will be lonely. Yes, they will not understand. Yes, you will have to walk into some rooms alone before you earn the right to walk into rooms that look like your future. But that's the price. And it's worth every tear, every doubt, every lonely morning, because on the other side of that discipline is everything. And when you hit resistance, and you will remember this, pressure is not your enemy. It is your proving ground. Diamonds are made under pressure. Greatness is revealed in resistance. The world doesn't need another comfortable person. It needs a convicted one. Someone so clear, so locked in, so unapologetically focused that reality bends to their belief. That person is you. So rise early, speak boldly, work quietly, build patiently. And when they ask you, what are you working on? Smile and say, I'm becoming a millionaire. In 1 year, you'll see. Then keep building. Let your life be the proof. Let your discipline be your resume. Let your results be your voice. And 1 year from now, when the people who doubted you are still watching, still talking, still waiting, you'll be living. Not just rich in money, but rich in meaning, in mastery, in momentum. That is the real goal. That is the real wealth. That is the reward for becoming unshakable. And it all starts now. You don't need the stars to align. You need to align yourself with the stars you were born to chase. You don't need everyone to believe in you. You need to believe so fiercely, so ferociously, that your belief becomes contagious, infecting your actions, infecting your thoughts, infecting the very reality you wake up in. You need a mindset that refuses to flinch. You need a vision that doesn't blur when life punches you in the teeth. You need habits that hold the line when motivation abandons you, because motivation will abandon you. It will run when it gets dark. It will vanish when the grind gets heavy. But identity will remain. Your identity is the thermostat. If you only feel like a millionaire when your bank account says so, you'll never get there. But if you feel it, if you carry yourself like it, if you breathe like it long before the evidence shows up, you become it. Success doesn't come to the one who waits. It comes to the one who walks like it's already done. Act as if. Speak as if. Think as if. Because your subconscious doesn't know the difference between a fact and a deeply felt vision. And when you live that vision daily, when your rituals, your routines, your rhythms all scream, this is who I am now, the world reconfigures itself around that identity. You become a force, but not just any force. A force with clarity. Clarity is your weapon in a noisy world. The world will try to sell you distractions, dressed as opportunities. You must know the difference. You must know you, what you stand for, what you say yes to, and more importantly, what you say no to. The real flex is focus. Focus when it's tempting to scatter. Focus when the dopamine hits call your name. Focus when the world is screaming, look over here, and you respond, I know where I'm going. You want to be a millionaire? Then say no. Say no to mediocrity. Say no to people who want your time but not your growth. Say no to the old you every morning if you have to, because that version will keep knocking. They don't leave easy. But the moment you stop answering, that's the moment you step into power. And don't you dare forget, power is not control. Power is alignment. Power is presence. Power is discipline. Power is knowing who you are, where you're going, and why nothing will stop you. You want 1 year? Then own 1 day. Today. This hour. This minute. What are you doing with it? Because that's the trick no one talks about. Millionaire status doesn't show up in one massive leap. It shows up in 10, 0 micro decisions. It shows up in the hour you didn't waste. The conversation you didn't avoid. The call you made when no one answered. The business you launched before it was perfect. Imperfect action. Relentless pursuit. That is the formula. And when it gets hard, when the motivation fades, when the dopamine dries up, when the doubt rises, return to gratitude. Not weak, fluffy gratitude. Warrior gratitude. Gratitude that stares into struggle and says, "Thank you, you're making me stronger." Gratitude that doesn't wait for things to go right, but finds the fire even when they go wrong. Gratitude that reminds you, I'm not entitled to easy, I'm here to earn everything. Because once you're grateful for the pain loses its power, and you gain yours. Let your vision feed your fire. Let your hunger be holy. Let your journey be so sacred, so serious, that the idea of quitting feels like betrayal. Because it is. Quitting on your vision is quitting on every version of you that tried, cried, and kept going anyway. Don't betray them. Honor them. Build for them. Become the millionaire they dreamed you'd be. You're not chasing a goal anymore. You're finishing a legacy. A legacy not written in money, but in mastery. Not measured by what you collect, but by what you conquer. Because a true millionaire doesn't just stack digits, they stack decisions. They stack moments of courage, of character, of clarity, until they've built a version of themselves that no economy, no recession, no opinion can ever take down. And if you're waiting for someone to give you permission, look in the mirror. That's the only approval you need. Stop negotiating with your potential. Stop bargaining with your calling. You don't need to be more qualified. You need to be more committed. And commitment means this. You burn the option to quit. You show up even when you're unseen. You stay in the fight even when it's unfair. You execute even when it's exhausting. And you do it without applause. Because in the early stages, no one claps. In fact, they criticize, they whisper, they doubt. And every time they do, you thank them. Because doubt is just another form of energy you can transmute into focus. Let them doubt. Let them sleep. You've got work to do. Real work. The work of building habits so strong they outlive your feelings. The work of mastering time. Because millionaires don't spend it. They invest it. The work of mastering emotion. Because millionaires don't react, they respond. The work of mastering value, because millionaires don't beg for wealth. They become irresistible to it. And here's the secret no one tells you. You don't rise by chasing money. You rise by chasing moments. The moment you chose discipline instead of delay. The moment you kept going when your body screamed, stop. The moment you launched that idea, even though fear choked your throat. The moment you forgave yourself and then recommitted harder. That's the path. That's the climb. It's steep. It's silent. It's savage. But on the other side of that mountain is you. The real you. The one who doesn't shrink. The one who doesn't wait. The one who walks like royalty because they've mastered the kingdom within. And when you get there, when you cross that invisible threshold and look back at the path you carved with your scars, your sweat, your strength, you'll realize something powerful. It was never about the money. It was about the man or woman you had to become to earn it. The one who rises without being asked. The one who leads without needing a title. The one who gives without needing to be seen. The one who became a force of nature, not by birth, but by choice. Millionaire? In a year? Yes. Not because it's easy, not because it's common, but because it's possible and because you've already decided. And that's all it takes. Not talent, not a miracle, not permission, just a decision. And now that you've made it, there's only one thing left to do. Go prove yourself right. Prove yourself right in silence, in discipline, in sacrifice. Not once, but daily. Prove it when no one sees. Prove it when no one claps. Prove it when no one texts back. Prove it in the pitch that bombs. Prove it in the bank account that hasn't caught up yet. Prove it in the 5:00 a.m. grind when your bed begs you to stay. Prove it in the late night when you're building while others binge. Prove it until there's nothing left to prove, because your life is the proof. This is not about arrogance. It's about alignment. You're not better than anyone, but you are too powerful to keep playing small. You're not entitled to the result. but you are responsible for the effort. And if you're still breathing, if your hands still work, if your mind can still think, you have no excuse. You don't need another course, another quote, another guru. You need grit. You need a bias for action. You need to stop hoarding information and start executing like your future depends on it, because it does. And when it gets boring, when it gets lonely, when it gets repetitive and redundant and you wonder if it's even working, that's when it's working the most. That's the invisible work, the compounding that millionaires live for, because they understand that most of the growth happens after it feels pointless. You don't build a fortune by doing exciting things. You build it by doing the right things consistently when no one is watching, over and over again until momentum becomes the reward. And here's what happens when momentum kicks in. The world starts to notice. The deals show up. The money accelerates. The people who once doubted you start asking how you did it. And you won't have to explain a thing, because your results will speak. But you won't be surprised, because you know what it cost. You remember the sacrifices. You remember who you used to be, the one who almost quit, the one who almost settled, the one who almost went back to average. Almost. But you didn't, because you remembered who you are, because you remembered what's at stake. This isn't just about you. This is about your name, your lineage, your future children who will never have to taste the bitterness of poverty. Your future self who will wake up in a life that was once just a whisper, a journal entry, a fragile hope, and now it's real, because you stayed the course, because you earned it, because you became undeniable. This is your year, not because the calendar says so, but because you said so. You claimed it. And from this moment forward, you live like the outcome is already done. No more questions. No more hesitation. Only clarity, conviction, creation. So breathe in one last time. This is your beginning. The beginning of a life you don't need a vacation from. A life of freedom, of fire, of flow. A life where you became the one who refused to quit. A life where you became the millionaire who inspired millions more. This is not a dream. This is your destiny. Now go build it. Build it with every breath. Build it with every choice. Build it like the world is watching. Because even if it's not yet, you are. And that's enough. You see, the truth most never grasp is this. Wealth is not a finish line, it's a frequency. You either live in it or you don't. And the richest people on earth vibrate at that frequency long before the dollars show up, long before the recognition, long before the cameras. They embody abundance in how they think, how they serve, how they show up. That's your job now, to live from the vision, not the visible. To walk like every dollar has already arrived, not out of delusion, but out of divine alignment. Because the moment you match the energy of the life you want, the gap between you and it dissolves. It's not one day. It's today. It's every action taken with the certainty of someone who knows the universe pays those who are bold. And you will need to be bold. Bold enough to fail forward. Bold enough to launch without guarantees. Bold enough to break every inherited belief that said, you can't. You can. You must. Because when you rise, you don't just rise for you, you rise for every soul still stuck in the dark. You become a lighthouse. You become a standard. You become living proof that it's possible, not in theory, not in books, not on stages, but in reality. A reality you forged from sweat and struggle and self-mastery. And the beauty of this path is that once you become, no one can take it from you. The money can come and go. The titles can rise and fall. But the mindset, the character, the skills, they stay. They are yours forever. This is why becoming a millionaire is never really about the million. It's about who you must shed to step into, who you must become. And you've already started that process. Every word you've heard, every truth you've owned, every limitation you've shattered, that's a layer gone. Gone is the version of you that needed approval. Gone is the version that waited for motivation. Gone is the version that confused busy with productive. Now what remains is focused, disciplined, unstoppable. And as you step forward from this moment, remember this final truth. The world does not reward potential. It rewards performance, not in terms of entertainment, but in terms of execution. So don't just think like a millionaire. Don't just journal like one. Don't just speak like one. Perform like one. Live like one. Serve like one. And when doubt whispers, as it always does, whisper back, I was born for this. I'm not hoping. I'm building. This is my year. This is my time. This is my rise. And then let your actions make it undeniable. Let your consistency become louder than your excuses. Let your schedule become stronger than your story. Let your mission outgrow your moods, your ego, your fear. Because greatness doesn't wait for perfect weather. It creates storms. And you, right now, are becoming the storm. Quiet, relentless, focused, unstoppable. You don't need hype. You don't need luck. You don't need another sign. You are the sign. The living evidence that with vision, discipline, and decision, all things are possible. Not for the chosen, not for the few, for anyone bold enough to commit at a level most only fantasize about. Yes, there will be pain, but that pain will purify. Yes, there will be tests, but those tests will testify. And yes, you will be tempted to go back to comfort, but you'll remember, comfort is where dreams die. Comfort is the lie that says later, when life demands now. Comfort is the graveyard of greatness. And you didn't come this far to end up buried under the bones of almost. You came to finish, to dominate, to transform, to build a life so rare, so free, so fully aligned with purpose that everyone who meets you feels it. Because millionaires don't just accumulate wealth, they radiate it. In energy, in presence, in clarity. They walk into a room and shift its temperature. Not because they shout, but because they become so clear, so grounded, so decisive, that their life speaks louder than their lips ever could. That's your future now, but only if you keep going. Keep refining. Keep becoming. You're not at the end, you're just catching fire. And as the months unfold, as your income multiplies, as your vision materializes, remember where it started. It started with a voice, a whisper that turned into a roar, a decision that turned into a destiny, and a soul that refused to stay asleep. You are that soul, awakened, armed with vision, alive with purpose, and absolutely unwilling to settle. So one last time, you want to be a millionaire? Then act like it. Think like it. Build like it. Become it. And don't stop until your life screams it for you. Because the most powerful statement you will ever make is not said with words. It is lived in the way you walk, in the way you command your time, in the way you refuse to shrink, even when the pressure feels unbearable. Every millionaire, every giant, every self-made architect of destiny, they all had that moment. The breakthrough moment. Not the day the money came, but the day they decided they were no longer available for average. The day they no longer negotiated with fear. The day they said, I'm done waiting. I'm done watching. I'm done wishing. That moment is now. This isn't a script. It's a mirror. And it's asking you, are you in or are you out? Because you can't fake this. You can't fake consistency. You can't fake hunger. You can't fake the kind of energy that wakes you up before the alarm because your dream is louder than sleep. You either live this or you don't. And if you do, the world won't just notice, it will respond. You'll watch opportunities open up like locked doors that suddenly recognize the key in your energy. You'll watch the right people show up, not because of chance, but because your frequency finally matched your future. You'll watch the money come not like a miracle, but like a magnet pulled by relentless value, focused fire, and a standard so high it made the universe rise to meet you. And when it comes, you won't be shocked. You'll be ready. Because deep down, you knew this wasn't luck. This wasn't magic. This was you, the real you, the disciplined you, the fearless you, finally unleashed. So never again say, maybe someday. Say now. Say, watch me. Say, I've already won. I'm just collecting the evidence. And when it gets hard, good. That means you're on the path. When it gets dark, perfect. That means you're about to find your light. When it feels impossible, excellent. That means you're about to become unforgettable. And one day soon, when someone looks at your life and asks, how did you do it? You'll smile because you'll remember this moment, this voice, this decision. And you'll answer with just 2 words. I decided. And that decision, it echoed. It echoed through your routines. It echoed in your work ethic. It echoed in every sacrifice you made while the world was sleeping. It became your anthem. While others were distracted, you were dialed in. While others talked, you built. While others waited, you moved. And each day, the compound interest of your discipline stacked, invisible to the eye at first, but undeniable to the universe. Because energy can't lie. Action backed by belief becomes force. You didn't wait to feel ready. You didn't ask for the perfect plan. You acted. And action, repeated with purpose, becomes inevitable power. That's what creates momentum so strong it crushes every excuse. And when momentum arrives, it brings more than just income. It brings identity. You look in the mirror and realize you're no longer pretending. You are the real thing, no longer chasing, embodying. And what you embody, you attract. Money begins to chase you. Not because you tricked the system, but because you mastered yourself. Mastery, that's what it was always about. Not just mastering business, not just mastering strategy, but mastering your emotions, your time, your environment, your energy. You built a machine not outside, inside. And now you get to live the reward. Not just the wealth, but the knowing that no matter what happens, you'll rebuild. You'll reframe. You'll rise because you've done it before. You didn't just build income. You built certainty. That is the ultimate wealth. Because once you have certainty, confidence, and consistency, you are limitless. So don't slow down now. Let this be the year you shock the world. Let this be the year you shock yourself. Let this be the year the world remembers as the one where you turned your name into a brand, your effort into empire, and your purpose into prosperity. And never forget, it was never about becoming a millionaire. It was about becoming you. Unfiltered, unchained, unapologetic, unstoppable. And now you go. And you don't stop until the dream you've carried for years finally turns into the life you live every single day. More within you, more waiting for you, more rising in you with every decision to keep going. Because this isn't where it ends. This is where it begins. Every day from this moment is the continuation of a new story. The story of someone who stopped chasing and started claiming. Someone who stopped dreaming about success and started becoming it. You see, millionaires don't stop when it's hard, they lean in. They don't slow down when it gets dark, they light the way. They don't look around for confirmation, they look within. And you are that now. Not someday, not soon. Now, this moment has branded itself into your timeline. It cannot be undone. You've tasted clarity, hunger, vision. That doesn't fade, it multiplies. So, carry this fire forward. Let it grow. Let it stretch. Let it test every fiber of who you used to be until there's nothing left but truth. And the truth is simple. You are 1 year away from living a life that would blow your past self's mind. You are one decision away from breaking every limit you ever believed in. You are one identity shift away from stepping into a version of you so powerful, so disciplined, so free, that the world won't just notice, it will never forget. You are not done. You have only just begun. Now go make the world feel it. Because the fire doesn't go out. Not here, not now, not ever. Because once a soul is ignited with purpose, it can't return to silence. You've crossed the line between wishing and walking, between someday and today, between living in shadows and stepping into the spotlight of your own becoming. And now, you carry a responsibility, not just to yourself, but to the people who are watching, the ones you don't even know yet, the ones in your future, waiting for your story to remind them of their own strength, the ones in your past who never made it, the ones right now, silently screaming for a leader who didn't quit. You are becoming that leader, not through perfection, but through persistence, through discipline, through defiance of the limits they put on you, the boxes they stuffed you in, the ceilings they told you not to touch. And now, you're not just reaching, you're breaking through every ceiling, every chain, every old belief system that told you to play safe, stay quiet, be realistic. Realistic doesn't change the world. Realistic doesn't break poverty cycles. Realistic doesn't raise nations or rewrite history or create legacies. But you do, because you chose intensity over indecision. You chose commitment over convenience. You chose to build, to show up, to create, even when it was thankless, tiring, terrifying. That is the mark of someone destined for greatness. That is the heartbeat of a true millionaire. Not just because of the wealth you'll hold, but because of the weight you'll carry, the weight of responsibility, of leadership, of legacy. This isn't about proving them wrong anymore. This is about proving yourself right. So keep walking, keep executing, keep building that life so rich in character, in power, in freedom, that when others ask how you did it, you won't even have to speak. Your life will answer for you. And it will say, this is what happens when you stop wishing and start becoming. This is what happens when you go all in. This is what happens when you decide to rise. But just like in life, the end is never truly the end. It's the beginning of a new chapter, written in a different tone, a different rhythm, but always powered by the same fire. This script, this voice, it was never just about motivation. It was about awakening. Awakening the part of you that always knew you were built for more. The part that remembered, even when the world tried to make you forget. And now you've heard it. Now you can't unhear it. The words may end, but the decision does not. The real journey, the one that matters, begins after the voiceover fades. It begins in your calendar, in your morning routine, in the way you treat every minute like currency. It begins when you finally act on what you know and stop asking for more information as a disguise for procrastination. It begins when you move. So yes, this is the final breath of this message. But your next breath, that's where everything begins. So take it deep, take it with fire, and then go make this year the year that everything changed. There's a lie that society has been feeding us for years. It's the lie that says money is something hard to come by, that success is reserved for a select few, and that the wealthiest people are just lucky, born into the right family, or got the right break at the right time. But here's the truth. Money doesn't flow because of luck. Money flows because of decisions. It flows because of mindset. It flows because of the actions that you take day in and day out. Money is not a mystical force that only some people can tap into. It's a result of your mindset, your habits, and your discipline. It's about the way you view wealth, the way you approach your work, and the way you align yourself with the principles that attract success. If you want money to flow like crazy, you must change your approach. You must understand that money is drawn to value. Money is drawn to individuals who have a clear vision, who put in the work, who never give up, and who understand the laws of attraction that govern wealth. Mindset, the foundation of wealth. The first thing you need to understand is that wealth begins in your mind. The wealthiest people in the world didn't just stumble upon success. They have a mindset that attracts abundance. They see opportunities where others see obstacles. They see possibility where others see impossibility. And they believe without question that they deserve success. Money doesn't flow to people who are uncertain. It doesn't flow to people who are afraid of success, who doubt their ability, or who think it's impossible for them to achieve their dreams. Money flows to those who believe they are worthy of it. The first step is to reprogram your mindset. Start by believing in abundance, not scarcity. Abundance is the mindset that there is more than enough money, opportunity, and success to go around. Scarcity, on the other hand, is the mindset that there's not enough to go around, that you have to fight for a slice of the pie, that the world is limited. But the truth is, the world is full of endless opportunities. You don't have to fight for your share. You just have to position yourself to attract it. Shift your mindset from thinking you are struggling, from thinking that money is hard to come by, to thinking that money is easy to attract. When you make this shift, everything changes. You stop chasing money, and instead you start attracting it. You start showing up as the person who deserves success, and you'll begin to notice that the opportunities to make money show up everywhere. Clarity and vision, knowing what you want. Next, if you want money to flow like crazy, you need clarity. Without clarity, you are wandering aimlessly, hoping that success will somehow find you. But success is attracted to those who know exactly what they want. It's like a ship setting sail. If you don't know where you're going, the wind won't matter. You need a clear destination. What do you want? Not what others want for you, not what society tells you is acceptable. What do you want? You must get crystal clear on your vision for your life. This is where most people go wrong. They want success, but they don't define it. They want money, but they don't know how much or why they need it. Define what wealth looks like for you. What would your life look like if you had financial freedom? What would you do with that freedom? How would you live, give, travel, and impact the world? Once you know the answers to these questions, you have a roadmap. You now have something to work toward. And that clear vision becomes the magnet that attracts the resources, people, and opportunities you need to get there. When you have clarity, you move with purpose. You don't waste time on things that don't matter. Every decision, every action, every step you take moves you closer to the goal you've set. Money flows to those who have a clear, focused vision, because the universe responds to clarity. It knows exactly what to bring into your life when you're specific about what you want. Taking purposeful action. The key to unlocking wealth. The difference between people who talk about getting rich and those who actually do is action. You can have the best mindset, the clearest vision, and the strongest desire, but without action, nothing happens. The wealthiest people on the planet didn't get there by sitting around. They took purposeful, relentless action. The key here is that the action must be aligned with your vision. It must be consistent, and it must be taken with the belief that every step you take brings you closer to the money you seek. Stop waiting for the right time to act. The best time to act is always now. You need to create momentum, and the only way to create momentum is by moving. Even if you don't have everything figured out, even if you don't have all the answers, take the first step. The road will unfold as you walk it. The people you need to meet will show up. The resources you need will appear. But first, you must act. Every day, do something that moves you closer to your financial goals. Even if it's just a small step. The more action you take, the more you will learn, grow, and create opportunities for yourself. Don't wait for permission. Don't wait for the perfect plan. Move now, and the path will reveal itself. Building wealth through value. If you want money to flow like crazy, you need to focus on creating value. The world rewards those who provide value to others. Wealth is created by solving problems, by meeting needs, and by adding value to people's lives. The more value you provide, the more money will flow to you. Think about the wealthiest people in the world. They didn't get rich by taking, they got rich by giving. They found a problem, created a solution, and exchanged that solution for value. Your goal should be the same. What problem can you solve? What need can you meet? What can you provide that others are willing to pay for? When you shift your focus from how can I make money to how can I add value, you instantly increase your earning potential. Money flows toward those who are making an impact, who are providing solutions, and who are creating value in the marketplace. It's not about selling your time, it's about creating value that can be multiplied. The more value you give, the more money will flow in return. And the best part, as you continue to add value, you build a reputation. Your work speaks for itself. People will seek you out, and wealth will follow. Gratitude and wealth. Attracting money with a grateful heart. Gratitude is the magnetic force that attracts more of what you want into your life. When you are grateful for what you have, you open yourself to receiving more. This may sound simple, but it's one of the most powerful laws of attraction. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you already have. And when you focus on the abundance you already possess, you signal to the universe that you are ready to receive more. The more grateful you are, the more you attract, whether it's money, opportunities, or people. Every morning, take a moment to express gratitude. Be thankful for what you've achieved so far, for the resources at your disposal, and for the opportunities that are coming your way. The act of gratitude changes your energy, and money follows energy. When you show gratitude, you signal to the world that you are ready for greater abundance. Resilience and adaptability, the cornerstones of long-term success. Wealth doesn't come without challenges. If you're not prepared to face obstacles and adapt along the way, you will struggle. One of the reasons why some people fail to achieve financial success is that they give up too soon. They hit a wall, face a setback, and think it's the end of the road. But true wealth isn't about avoiding challenges. It's about embracing them, learning from them, and using them to grow stronger. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks, to adjust to changing circumstances, and to keep moving forward, no matter the difficulty. Adaptability is equally important. The world is constantly changing, and so are the markets, industries, and opportunities. To create long-term wealth, you must be able to pivot when necessary, adjust your strategies, and embrace change. The ability to adapt to new situations and keep moving forward is what separates those who succeed from those who fall behind. Learning, the lifeblood of wealth. In today's world, learning is an ongoing process. The most successful people are the ones who never stop learning, who are always looking for new ways to improve themselves, their skills, and their businesses. To make money flow like crazy, you need to constantly evolve. Whether it's learning new financial strategies, improving your skills, or gaining a better understanding of the market, learning is the key to unlocking future success. Make it a habit to dedicate time each day to learning. Whether you're reading books, listening to podcasts, taking online courses, or networking with others, make sure that you're always investing in your personal and professional growth. The more knowledge you acquire, the more opportunities you will see, and the more money you will attract. Taking massive action, the final key to success. At the end of the day, all the mindset work, all the planning, all the gratitude and learning in the world won't make a difference unless you take massive action. Without action, your vision, your goals, and your plans are just ideas. Success is built on a foundation of hard work. And when you commit to massive action, you are saying to the universe, I am ready to do whatever it takes to achieve my goals. Massive action means doing more than what's expected, going above and beyond what's comfortable, and being relentless in the pursuit of your dreams. When you take massive action, money flows because you are creating opportunities for it. You are working hard to bring your vision to life. You are moving with purpose, with clarity, and with a commitment to your goals. And as you do, money will flow like crazy. Conclusion. The wealth is yours to create. Money doesn't flow to those who wait for it. It flows to those who take control of their mindset, who set a clear vision, who create value, who take massive action, and who never stop learning and growing. Wealth is the result of consistent effort, resilience, and a willingness to embrace abundance. If you want money to flow like crazy, you must become the type of person who attracts it. You must show up every day with purpose, focus, and the determination to succeed. The wealth you seek is already on its way. All you have to do is make the decision to welcome it. Now, take action. Set your vision. Do the work. The money will follow. The power of compounding effort. There's an undeniable truth that most people overlook on their journey to wealth. Compounding effort is as powerful as compounding interest. Just like your money can grow exponentially in the right investment, your consistent efforts, no matter how small, add up over time to create massive results. We often think that success comes from one big breakthrough, one lucky break. But the reality is that wealth is built in the trenches, one small decision at a time. When you take small, consistent steps every day, when you show up, even when it feels like no one is watching, you are laying the foundation for extraordinary wealth. If you start today, you might not see immediate results, but like the process of compound interest, your efforts will multiply. What seems small and insignificant at first will snowball, turning into something much bigger than you ever imagined. Here's the thing. The universe rewards consistency. The world is abundant, but it responds to those who have the discipline and patience to keep going, even when things seem tough. So don't underestimate the power of small efforts. Don't dismiss the minor steps you take today, because those steps, when repeated, become the giant leaps of tomorrow. Leveraging time for maximum impact. Time is the one resource you cannot buy more of. But how you choose to use your time can either create wealth or destroy it. The wealthiest people don't let time slip away. They leverage time by making every hour count. When you wake up early and commit to using the quiet hours of 3 a.m. to 5 a.m., you are using time to your advantage. You are prioritizing what matters most, the things that move you closer to your goals. Most people waste time on trivial distractions, but when you wake up early, you have the rare opportunity to focus on what truly matters. Time doesn't wait for anyone. The world is moving forward every second, whether you are or not. If you're not intentional with your time, it will slip through your fingers. But when you leverage time, when you make time your ally, you gain a powerful tool for creating wealth. Mindset. Shift from employee to entrepreneur. One of the most powerful mindset shifts you can make is to transition from an employee mindset to an entrepreneurial one. The employee mindset is reactive. It waits for opportunities to come, waits for a paycheck, and waits for others to create success for them. The entrepreneurial mindset is proactive. It creates opportunities, takes calculated risks, and sees solutions instead of problems. It understands that wealth is not given, it is earned through initiative, hard work, and value creation. When you start thinking like an entrepreneur, you stop being a passive participant in your life. You start to see opportunities everywhere, and you understand that you are the master of your own financial destiny. Your success is no longer tied to someone else's decisions. It's up to you to create the wealth you desire. Shift your thinking. Stop seeing yourself as someone who just works for money. Start seeing yourself as someone who creates wealth through innovation, value, and entrepreneurship. This change in mindset will not only attract money, but will empower you to take control of your financial future. Mastering your environment. The environment you surround yourself with is critical to your success. You cannot thrive in a negative, limiting environment. If you want money to flow into your life, you need to create an environment that supports your goals and fuels your growth. This means surrounding yourself with people who inspire you, with mentors who challenge you, and with environments that encourage your success. Stop spending time with people who drag you down, who are stuck in their own limiting beliefs, or who tell you that wealth is impossible. Surround yourself with those who believe in you, those who share your vision, and those who understand that success is earned. Look at your physical space as well. Is your environment set up to support your productivity and creativity? Is your workspace cluttered and chaotic, or is it organized and conducive to focused work? Your surroundings play a massive role in your success, so take a moment to evaluate them. Make sure your environment aligns with the goals you are trying to achieve. Resilience. Overcoming the inevitable setbacks. Success isn't a straight path. There will be setbacks, challenges, and moments of doubt. But it's not the obstacles that determine your success. It's how you respond to them. Resilience is the key. The ability to get knocked down and get back up again. The ability to stay focused on your vision, even when life throws curveballs at you. Resilience comes from understanding that setbacks are a part of the process. They are not roadblocks. They are opportunities to grow. The most successful people are the ones who face adversity, who take the hits, but who keep moving forward. They don't see failure as the end. They see it as a stepping stone to success. When money isn't flowing as fast as you'd like, when things aren't going according to plan, That's when your resilience is tested. Stay the course. Keep pushing forward. Take the lessons from your failures, apply them, and keep going. The ability to persevere is what separates those who achieve their dreams from those who give up too soon. Developing emotional intelligence. Money is drawn to those who are not only smart, but emotionally intelligent. Emotional intelligence is your ability to manage your emotions and respond effectively to the emotions of others. It's the ability to stay calm under pressure, to build strong relationships, and to make decisions with a clear mind. When you have high emotional intelligence, you can handle stress, conflict, and difficult situations with grace. You can build rapport with others and navigate the social dynamics that can help you succeed in business and in life. Emotional intelligence also allows you to make better decisions because you are not driven by impulsive emotions or knee-jerk reactions. Developing emotional intelligence is one of the most powerful ways to attract money and success. The more emotionally intelligent you are, the better you can manage relationships, negotiate deals, and stay calm under pressure. You begin to see opportunities in situations where others would panic, and you become a master at creating win-win solutions. Creating multiple streams of income. One of the smartest ways to increase your wealth is by creating multiple streams of income. Relying on just one source of income is risky. What happens if you lose that job, or if the economy takes a downturn? The wealthiest people don't depend on a single paycheck. They create multiple streams of income that come from different sources. Investments, businesses, side hustles, or assets that generate passive income. By diversifying your income, you shield yourself from economic uncertainty and set yourself up for greater financial freedom. Start by identifying ways to add multiple streams of income to your life. It could be investing in stocks, real estate, or starting a side business. The key is to create income that works for you while you sleep. The more streams you have, the more financial freedom you'll enjoy. Action, the catalyst for wealth. Action is the catalyst that turns your dreams into reality. Without action, ideas are just ideas. Without action, your goals remain on paper. Without action, your dreams are just fantasies. Action is what separates the dreamers from the doers. It's what turns potential into results. The richest people in the world are not the ones who think the most, but the ones who act the most. They understand that action is where the magic happens. They understand that progress doesn't come from just thinking about what you want to do, it comes from doing it. If you want money to flow like crazy, you need to make the decision to take massive action. Don't wait for the perfect plan or the perfect time. Start now. The more you act, the more momentum you create. The more momentum you create, the closer you get to your goals. It all begins with action. Conclusion. Money is waiting for you. Money is not a mystery. It's not something that only happens to the lucky few. Money flows to those who have the right mindset, the right habits, and the willingness to take action. It flows to those who understand the importance of creating value, who know how to manage their time, and who stay resilient in the face of setbacks. You have the power to make money flow like crazy into your life. It all starts with you. It starts with your decisions, your mindset, and your actions. It starts with your belief in your own ability to create the wealth you deserve. So, take ownership of your success. Set your vision. Take action. Show up every day with purpose, clarity, and focus. The money will follow. Your future is waiting for you. Go claim it. Building a legacy of wealth. The difference between temporary wealth and lasting wealth is legacy. Legacy is not about the money you accumulate for yourself. It's about the wealth you create that lasts beyond your lifetime. It's the value you add to the world, the opportunities you create for others, and the systems you build that continue to thrive. When you begin to build wealth, it's easy to think only about the immediate rewards, the cars, the houses, the lifestyle. But true wealth is more than that. It's about creating something that can be passed on. It's about building a foundation that your family, your community, and even future generations can stand upon. Think about the wealthiest families in the world. They didn't just accumulate money for one generation. They built systems, businesses, and investments that created wealth for generations. That's the power of legacy. and it's available to you too. Start now and ask yourself, what legacy do I want to leave behind? Building a legacy starts with your mindset. It starts with the belief that you can create something meaningful that lasts. It starts with understanding that wealth is not just about what you can spend today, but what you can create and pass on to others. The power of giving back. Money doesn't just flow for the sake of it. It flows to those who understand the power of giving back. There's an undeniable truth. When you give, you receive. The wealthiest people in the world are often those who contribute the most, not just in terms of money, but with their time, knowledge, and resources. Giving back doesn't always mean writing a check. It can mean investing in others, sharing your wisdom, or using your influence to make a positive impact. It can mean giving opportunities to those who need them, mentoring others, or donating your time to a cause that matters to you. When you give, you expand your capacity to receive. You build connections, foster goodwill, and create a flow of abundance that returns to you in unexpected ways. Giving opens up the floodgates for money to flow in your direction because it signals to the universe that you are an abundant source of value, not just a taker. And the best part? Giving enriches your soul. There's a profound joy in knowing that you are making a difference in the lives of others. And this joy fuels your desire to continue building your wealth, to create more opportunities for others, and to leave a positive mark on the world. The power of leverage. Wealth doesn't just come from hard work alone, it comes from leverage. Leverage is the ability to use resources, time, money, skills, or people to increase your output without increasing your effort. The most successful people are those who know how to leverage their assets effectively. You can leverage your time by outsourcing tasks that are not aligned with your goals. You can leverage money by making smart investments that pay you back exponentially. You can leverage people by building teams and partnerships that help you grow. Leverage is about working smarter, not harder. It's about finding ways to multiply your efforts. You don't have to do everything yourself. You can use the resources around you to propel yourself forward. Start thinking about how you can leverage your time and resources. If you're running a business, how can you leverage your employees or partners to do more, achieve more, and create more? If you're investing, how can you leverage your capital to create passive income streams? The key to unlocking massive wealth is learning how to use leverage effectively. Mastering wealth-building habits. Wealth isn't built in a day, and it's not built through one lucky break. It's built on consistent, everyday habits. Wealth-building habits are the actions you take every day that compound over time and create massive results. Start by creating a daily routine that aligns with your financial goals. Dedicate time every day to work on your wealth, whether that's through reading, investing, networking, or refining your business model. Success is not about doing one big thing. It's about doing the small things consistently and with focus. Track your habits. If you're not tracking your actions, how can you know what's working? Measure your progress, see where you're falling short, and make adjustments. The wealthiest people are often the most disciplined because they understand the value of consistent effort. They stick to their habits, refine them, and never lose sight of the small steps that lead to big results. The power of financial education. One of the most powerful ways to create wealth is through financial education. Knowledge is a tool, and the more you know about money, investing, and financial systems, the more power you have to attract it. Wealth is not just about earning. It's about understanding how money works and using that knowledge to multiply your resources. The most successful people are those who never stop learning. They understand the rules of money, and they use those rules to their advantage. Financial education is the key to building lasting wealth. Whether it's learning about real estate, stocks, business, or even personal finance, the more you know, the more opportunities you will create. Start investing in your financial education today. Read books, listen to podcasts, take courses, and seek mentorship from those who have already achieved the success you desire. Knowledge isn't just power, it's the bridge to financial freedom. Surrounding yourself with wealth-building people. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. This is not just a saying, it's a powerful principle. If you want to attract wealth, you need to surround yourself with people who are focused on growth, who are already where you want to be, and who will challenge and inspire you. Network with those who are already successful. Learn from them. Share ideas, collaborate, and let their success be a catalyst for your own. Surrounding yourself with wealth-building people gives you access to opportunities, insights, and resources that you can leverage on your own journey. Success is not a solitary journey. It's a team effort. By surrounding yourself with the right people, you tap into a collective energy that propels you forward. And as you surround yourself with people who are committed to their own success, you will find that their momentum carries you to new heights as well. Breaking free from the 9-to-5 mentality. To truly attract wealth, you must break free from the 9-to-5 mentality. Most people think that financial success is tied to working for someone else, that the only way to make money is through a steady job and a paycheck. But the truth is, this mindset is limiting. The wealthiest people are those who think like entrepreneurs, not employees. They don't just work for money. They make money work for them. They don't trade their time for a paycheck. They build businesses, invest in assets, and create systems that generate passive income. The key to breaking free from the 9-to-5 mentality is to start thinking like a business owner. Focus on creating value, building assets, and developing systems that work for you, even when you're not working. Shift your focus from earning money by the hour to creating wealth that compounds over time. Focus on financial independence. Financial independence is the ultimate goal. It's the freedom to live life on your own terms, to do what you love, and to make decisions without worrying about money. The key to achieving financial independence is passive income. This is income that flows in without you having to trade your time for it. Building streams of passive income is the most effective way to create long-term wealth. Whether it's through real estate, stocks, online businesses, or other investments, creating passive income allows you to free up your time and build lasting wealth without being tied to a paycheck. Start building your passive income today. It's not easy, and it won't happen overnight. But with consistent effort, financial education, and smart decisions, you can create streams of income that support your financial independence. Conclusion. Step into your power and create wealth. Money will flow like crazy when you align yourself with the laws of wealth. It's not about luck. It's about mindset, discipline, and action. It's about knowing what you want, believing you deserve it, and taking the steps every day to make it happen. The world is full of opportunities. Money is abundant, and it's waiting for you to claim it. But you have to take the first step. You have to decide that you are worthy of wealth, and then act on that belief. Start today. Shift your mindset. Take action. Surround yourself with the right people, and create a legacy of wealth that will flow to you and through you now and in the future. Now, go out and create the wealth you deserve. The time is now. The power of patience in the wealth building process. Many people want to see immediate results when it comes to wealth. They think that if they put in the work today, they should start seeing the rewards tomorrow. But that's not how wealth works. The truth is, creating lasting wealth is a long-term commitment. It takes time, patience, and consistency. Patience is the ability to keep moving forward, even when results seem delayed. It's knowing that the effort you put in today will compound and lead to exponential growth down the road. The wealthiest people in the world didn't achieve their success overnight. They built it slowly, strategically, and steadily over time. Think of wealth like planting a tree. At first you plant the seed, and it may seem like nothing is happening. But every day the roots grow deeper, and the tree gets stronger. Eventually, with time and nurturing, the tree begins to bear fruit. That's how wealth works. It takes time to see the payoff, but when it arrives, the rewards are abundant. If you want money to flow like crazy, embrace patience. Trust that the work you are putting in today is shaping the success you will experience tomorrow. Every small step, every sacrifice, every ounce of effort you make is building a foundation for something much larger than you can currently see. The role of sacrifice in achieving wealth. Achieving wealth requires sacrifice. It's not about instant gratification. It's about putting in the hard work now so you can enjoy the rewards later. Sacrifice is about delaying short-term pleasures for long-term gain. The most successful people understand that to get what they want, they must give up certain comforts. They might have to forgo leisure time, social gatherings, or spending money on things that don't align with their goals. They make sacrifices because they know that every small decision adds up to something much greater. The truth is, nothing worth having comes without sacrifice. If you want to build wealth, you need to ask yourself, what are you willing to give up? Are you willing to work long hours, cut back on spending, or invest your time in learning and growth? Sacrifice is not about deprivation. It's about prioritizing what matters most to you. When you make sacrifices for your future, you are investing in the life you want to live. The wealth you create will be the reward for your commitment to your future self. Persistence, the key to turning dreams into reality. In the journey toward wealth, persistence is key. You will face setbacks. You will experience failure. But the difference between those who succeed and those who don't is how they handle adversity. Wealth is not built by avoiding obstacles. It is built by overcoming them. Persistence means never giving up, even when the road gets tough. It's about getting up after each failure, dusting yourself off, and trying again. Every successful person has failed many, many times. But what sets them apart is their ability to keep going. When you persist, you build resilience. You gain the experience needed to navigate challenges more effectively. Each failure teaches you something valuable and brings you one step closer to your goal. Wealth is not a destination. It's the result of a journey filled with obstacles, but also growth, learning, and ultimately triumph. So, no matter how many times you fail, no matter how many obstacles you face, don't give up. Your persistence will pay off. Stay committed to your vision and keep moving forward, no matter how hard it gets. The importance of strategic decision-making. The decisions you make on a daily basis will determine your financial future. It's not just about working hard, it's about working smart. You need to make strategic decisions that align with your goals and help you move closer to financial success. Strategic decision-making is about focusing your energy on what truly matters. It's about identifying the opportunities that will yield the greatest return on investment, both in terms of time and money. Every choice you make should be made with your bigger vision in mind. Start by making decisions that support your wealth-building efforts. This might mean saying no to distractions, avoiding unnecessary spending, or choosing to invest in yourself through learning and personal growth. The wealthiest people don't make random decisions. They make choices that move them toward their goals, that align with their vision, and that support their long-term success. Learn to make decisions with confidence, knowing that each choice contributes to your future wealth. You don't have to make the perfect decision every time, but you must make the decision that best supports your goals. And over time, the results will speak for themselves. Self-belief, the engine of wealth creation. To attract wealth, you must first believe that you deserve it. Self-belief is the fuel that drives your journey toward success. Without belief in yourself, it's impossible to take the necessary risks, make bold decisions, and persevere through adversity. Self-belief doesn't come from external validation. It comes from within. It's about knowing that you have the power to create the life you want. It's about trusting that you have the strength, the intelligence, and the resilience to overcome any challenge that comes your way. When you believe in yourself, you stop second-guessing your decisions. You stop waiting for someone else to tell you that you're capable. You act with conviction, with confidence, and with unwavering belief that success is inevitable. The wealthiest people are not the most talented, nor are they the most fortunate. They are the ones who believe in themselves the most. They believe they can solve problems, create value, and build something meaningful. And because they believe in their own abilities, the world responds by giving them opportunities and success. Harnessing the power of consistency. Consistency is the unsung hero of wealth building. It's not the flashy moments or the big wins that lead to lasting success. It's the small, consistent actions you take every day that add up over time. Consistency compounds. The more consistently you take action toward your goals, the more wealth you will create. Whether it's working on your business, investing in your education, or making smart financial choices, consistency is what makes the difference. Most people give up too soon because they don't see immediate results. But wealth is built slowly, steadily, and consistently. You must commit to showing up every day, even when you don't feel like it, even when you face setbacks, even when the road gets tough. If you consistently show up, you will eventually see the rewards. Wealth will flow because you've stayed committed to the process. Mastering the art of patience and persistence. Patience and persistence go hand in hand when it comes to wealth building. They are the qualities that allow you to weather the storms, stay focused on your goals, and continue moving forward despite the setbacks. Patience is about trusting the process. It's understanding that the work you're doing now will pay off in the future. Persistence is about never giving up, no matter how difficult the journey becomes. Together, these two qualities are the key to overcoming challenges and achieving success. When you combine patience with persistence, you build the mental strength needed to achieve your financial goals. You understand that success takes time, but you're willing to do whatever it takes to get there. You know that even when things are difficult, you are one step closer to your dreams. Conclusion: money flows to those who take action. Money flows like crazy to those who are willing to put in the work, who believe in themselves, and who are committed to taking action every single day. It flows to those who are patient, persistent, and strategic. And it flows to those who understand that wealth is not an overnight phenomenon, it's a result of consistent effort over time. You have the power to make money flow into your life. It's up to you to change your mindset, take action, and stay disciplined. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait for someone else to give you permission. Start now. The world is full of opportunity, and it's waiting for you to take it. Make the decision today to claim your financial success. Believe in yourself. Build the habits of success. Create value. Make strategic decisions and take massive action. And above all, never give up. Money will flow like crazy when you commit to doing the work day in and day out. Your wealth is waiting for you. Now is the time to take control of your destiny. Let's make it happen. Embrace the power of long-term vision. The true path to wealth requires a long-term vision. It's not about seeking instant gratification or fast results. It's about committing to the journey and recognizing that success is the culmination of sustained effort over time. The wealthiest individuals understand that long-term vision is what differentiates them from the masses. Without a long-term vision, you're simply reacting to life's circumstances, stumbling from one situation to the next. But when you have a vision, a clear, vivid idea of where you want to go and how you want your life to look, you begin to direct your energy toward that future. It's not about chasing the next big thing. It's about staying focused on your ultimate goals and making decisions that align with that vision. Take a moment and think about your own vision. What does your future look like? What kind of legacy do you want to leave behind? Picture it clearly. Now, commit to that vision. Commit to doing the work every day that brings you closer to it, knowing that each step, each day, is another brick in the foundation of your future wealth. Leverage your strengths and build expertise. One of the most effective ways to attract wealth is by focusing on your strengths. What are you naturally good at? What skills do you excel in? These are your keys to building wealth. Wealth is not just about doing something for the sake of making money. It's about using your unique strengths and talents to create value that others are willing to pay for. Start by investing time in mastering your craft. This is where you must focus your energy. By building expertise in a specific area, you increase your market value. You become the go-to person in your field. And when you focus on what you're best at, you not only create more opportunities for yourself, you become invaluable to those around you. Take the time to enhance your skills and knowledge in areas that align with your strengths. Constantly improve your abilities. The more valuable you become, the more money will flow into your life because people are willing to pay for expertise. Mastering money management. Building wealth isn't just about earning money. It's about managing it effectively. If you want money to flow like crazy, you must learn how to handle it when it arrives. Financial literacy is one of the most crucial aspects of wealth building. Most people think that making money is the hardest part. But without the right money management habits, it's easy for wealth to slip away. You need to understand where your money is going, how to budget wisely, and how to invest for the future. Start by developing good habits with your money. Create a budget that aligns with your goals. Make saving and investing a priority. Don't just focus on how much you're earning, but also on how much you're keeping and growing. The more control you have over your finances, the more freedom you will experience. Building wealth doesn't just come from earning. It comes from knowing how to manage, save, and invest the money you make. Without this knowledge, even the biggest sums of money can slip through your fingers. Building relationships that fuel your success. Wealth is not created in isolation. Success is often a team effort, and one of the most powerful ways to build wealth is by surrounding yourself with people who inspire you, challenge you, and push you to become better. Networking is an essential tool for wealth creation. It's not just about knowing people, it's about knowing the right people. Relationships with mentors, business partners, clients, and like-minded individuals can provide you with the support, knowledge, and opportunities needed to reach your financial goals. But it's not just about what others can do for you. Wealth-building relationships are about giving and contributing. The most successful people know that relationships are a two-way street. When you help others succeed, you're creating opportunities for yourself as well. As you build relationships, focus on adding value. Be the person who helps, who supports, who encourages. As you pour into others, you will see how it naturally comes back to you in the form of opportunities, wealth, and success. Staying focused on your goals. Distractions are one of the biggest threats to wealth building. Whether it's social media, time-wasting activities, or negative people, distractions can derail your progress. If you want money to flow like crazy, you need to develop the ability to stay laser-focused on your goals. Every day, make the decision to say no to distractions. Set clear boundaries for your time and energy. Protect your focus. This means eliminating anything that pulls you away from your most important work. It means saying no to the things that won't move you forward, and yes to the things that will. Staying focused also requires saying no to comfort. Wealth is built by pushing yourself outside your comfort zone, by doing things that are uncomfortable, unfamiliar, and challenging. Every time you step outside your comfort zone, you are growing, and that growth attracts more wealth into your life. The role of innovation and creativity. In today's world, creativity and innovation are powerful drivers of wealth. The people who make the most money are often the ones who are thinking outside the box, who are coming up with new solutions to old problems, and who are willing to experiment and innovate. Innovation doesn't just mean creating something brand new. It can also mean improving something that already exists. It's about finding ways to add more value, be more efficient, or offer something unique. Every time you find a way to improve your work, your business, or your investments, you are setting yourself up for greater wealth. So, tap into your creativity. Think of new ways to provide value. Look for opportunities to innovate in your industry. The more creative you are, the more wealth will come your way. Taking massive action toward financial independence. To attract massive wealth, you must take massive action. It's not enough to sit and dream about financial freedom. You must act on it. The gap between where you are now and where you want to be is filled with action. Action is the catalyst that turns ideas into results. It's the driving force that propels you forward, even when things feel difficult or uncertain. If you want money to flow like crazy, you must be willing to take bold, decisive action toward your financial goals every single day. Don't wait for permission. Don't wait for the perfect plan. The most successful people don't wait, they act. They get things done. And they keep moving forward, no matter the setbacks, no matter the challenges, and no matter the fears. If you want to break free from the ordinary and achieve extraordinary wealth, you must act now. Take massive action and keep taking it, no matter what. Action creates momentum, and momentum leads to success. And once you create momentum, nothing can stop you. Conclusion. Your wealth is waiting for you. You are in control of your financial future. The wealth you desire is available to you right now, but it requires the right mindset, the right actions, and the right habits. Money doesn't flow to those who wait for it. It flows to those who go after it with passion, determination, and unwavering belief in their ability to succeed. As you align your mindset with abundance, take strategic action and remain consistent. wealth will flow into your life. But the key is to keep going. The road to financial success is not easy, but it's worth it. So commit to the journey, reprogram your mindset, take action, build relationships, create value, and keep moving forward every single day. Your wealth is waiting for you. It's already on its way. Now go claim it. Your future of financial success begins now.